Hello buddies, my name is Double D and today we are going to be...
What the hell's going on? How's it going buddies? My name is Double D for real this time. I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different for the intros, just to kind of try something out, maybe spice things up a little bit. I'm going to try and do things like that at the beginning of every vlog, but maybe also at the beginning of some of the Let's Plays that I do if they're relevant to the game that we're playing. But again, it's just kind of something that, just to kind of change things up a little bit. So today I'm doing a vlog about podcasts. This podcast that was recently recorded, and future podcast ideas, and also ideas that may help some of you guys out, if that makes sense. Well, it will make sense later on. But yeah, some of you guys know me and the missus recorded a vlog. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Bit sleepy after work. Me and the missus recorded a podcast earlier this week. I think it was on the Wednesday night. It was originally going to be a radio. Now, we were originally going to be doing the radio and then upload the show onto YouTube as a podcast. Pardon me. But unfortunately, things kind of happened and we kind of just had to do like a full-blown podcast. But I actually quite enjoyed it. I actually quite enjoyed doing the podcast because it was a lot more relaxed, if that makes sense. However, though, I did kind of miss not being able to interact with people live. But we're going to try and find a way around that so that when a podcast is being recorded, that we may be able to implement it with Skype or something to talk to some people. Not 100% sure, but it's early days, guys, early days. But about the podcast, a little bit about it actually is that I like to, basically, as you guys know, I love to, be an idiot, entertain, try and make people laugh. The podcast is kind of something completely different in an aspect where it's a little bit more serious. Instead of it being just all about, joking, messing around, it's kind of a little bit more serious, which is something that I'm actually quite looking forward to because, I love to entertain people. That is like the main thing when I was growing up. I always wanted to be an entertainer. But at the same time, I always wanted to talk about certain things, like in the entertainment industry, that I kind of find kind of a little bit shady, if you know what I mean. But that's not all that's going to be talked about on the podcasts. Every week we're going to try and talk about something different, or something that's happened within like the past week that we want to talk about, chat about. But there may be some things on the podcast that we're going to be putting warnings on because there's some things that we may talk about that may inadvertently, like not on purpose, it's not our intention to do this, but some things might trigger people. So we're going to be putting warnings at the beginning of podcasts that we kind of think that may trigger people, that may think, oh well, that's brought back something that happened in my past, because that's the last thing we really want to do, because I know what it's like. Not personally, sorry, I've witnessed people that have been triggered and it's a pretty scary experience to witness, but I'm sure it's a heck of a lot worse to experience it yourself, to be triggered by something. So that's not our intention to trigger anyone. That's not what this podcast is about. The podcast is kind of just to talk about things that I don't really talk about while playing video games, which is probably the best way to sum it up. But it's not all going to be super serious. It's not going to be like, oh, we're sitting here and we're talking about, stock prices and, like Oprah Winfrey's asshole. Oprah Winfrey's asshole. I don't know why that'd be serious. But, it's things that we talk about. We're going to try and put a lighthearted spin on them, but not make light of anything that's like, if something is pretty bad, then it's like we're not really going to try and make light of it. It's like if somebody says, it just kind of depends on the topic, but we're going to try and at least make it entertaining, have some laughs, enjoy it, enjoy ourselves, try and make you guys laugh a bit, but also talk about some serious stuff that's some people might not agree on. Some people might have be like, I don't agree with what you're saying, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Pardon me. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, because if we all agreed on the same things, the world would be a very boring place, as they say. So it's kind of just like a discussion thing, not to try and convince people to think the way I think. it's just kind of like a little discussion thing that hopefully you guys will enjoy, and it'll be something different that maybe you guys will be like, yeah, this is kind of cool. And when we can decide on a day to upload it, like we're going to try and do it weekly and have it uploaded there like every week at the same day. Not really decided on what day yet. I initially planned it for Wednesday, but things kind of happened, as you guys know. Pardon me. But yeah, I think originally I was hoping for it to be Wednesday. So this week will be different, but maybe next week it'll be every Wednesday. And something that I was kind of thinking about as well is I've kind of been playing a lot of indie games lately, and I'm kind of trying to promote some indie gamers because it's like there's a lot of indie developers, because a lot of indie developers make games, and it's kind of hard to get your game out there if people don't play it, and it's like because there's some games that really get overshadowed that you know, like that are actually great gems, but nobody really plays them because they're like, oh well, you know, it just gets completely overshadowed. Basically, I think I've said that over and over again. If I'm repeating myself and I'm rambling, I do apologise. Still a little bit sleepy, but basically what I'm wanting to do, not just with indie games, but with anything that you guys have, you know, to kind of like give you guys a bit of a shout out, like kind of promote you guys a bit. There's no catch. There literally is no catch. It's just a case of at the beginning of the podcast, you know, might, you know, give you guys a little bit of promotion, be like, you know, let's say, for instance, if you had a game that you wanted, like, you know, that you want people to know about, talk about the game for a little bit at the beginning, you know, say you guys were to, you know, people were to download it, just check it out, you know, things like that, just to kind of help you guys out. It's kind of like a way to say thanks for taking the time to, you know, check out our stuff. And like I said, there's no catch, there's no like, oh well, I'm gonna do this and then I expect something in return in the future. It's not like that at all. It's literally just for free publicity, basically, that we're hoping to give you guys. If you guys are interested, you don't need it. Like if you don't need it, that's perfectly cool. But it's there. If anybody would like us to give any like promotion for something at the start of the podcast, then we'd be absolutely happy to do it. And I kind of thought that'd be kind of like my way to give back to you guys for the time being until I can think of something on a greater scale. But yeah, that's kind of like my little idea that I had for you guys. And if you guys, you know, like I said, if you guys want to know, like if you guys would like something, like, you know, like a shout out or anything, my business email is in the description. I was like, I hate calling it a business email, but that's the email that I use, like, for you. My YouTube email, there we go. YouTube email is in the info tab on the channel. If you just email us through that, and, you know, just like what it is, what you'd like us to say, what we'd like to talk about, you know, maybe a link to it so we can check it out, check out your channel, check out your game, check out whatever. We're more than happy to check it out and be like, oh, this is kind of cool, and, you know, give you guys a little bit of a shout out at the beginning of the podcast. But that's something that I was kind of thinking would maybe be nice for you guys, and, you know, hopefully, hopefully people don't think, right, there's a catch or something. There's no catch, I guarantee it. But sorry that it's a vlog today. I don't really like doing vlogs that often, but I'm just super sleepy after work. Me and the missus trying to get into a different sleep pattern. I'm still doing night shift, but we tried to sleep when we got home straight after work, but now we're trying to stay up. So it's kind of like we're trying to get into the mentality of a 9 to 5 shift, if that makes sense. So I'm a little bit sleepy, but I thought I'd make this vlog to kind of just have a little chat with you guys, because I'm super tired and too tired to play video games and too tired to be not funny. Well, because I'm not funny, but too tired to be stupid. I don't know how to describe it, but thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, maybe leave a comment and subscribe. Until next time, guys, catch you guys later.